Most people spend 30 years paying off a mortgage they never actually understood. They signed the paperwork, they got the keys, and they trusted that whoever was on the other side of the table had their best interest in mind. And sometimes that's true, but a lot of the times it's not. My name is Pierce Coplin. I'm a Texas-based mortgage professional and a competitive bodybuilder. And before you ask, yes, both of those things do have stuff very much in common. I built this channel because I've gotten tired of watching people make the biggest financial decision of their lives with zero strategy behind it. And here's something that I'll tell you after being in this industry. Getting approved for a loan and getting the right loan are two completely different things. And almost nobody is talking about the difference between the two. I've spent my time analyzing a lot of the people within this industry, and I've decided to do my career a little bit differently. I've seen quite literally the goods, the bads, and the uglies of this industry, most of the time the uglies. And rather than having you, realtors, builders, or even investors go through the exact same experience that a lot of other people go through, I've spent majority of my time helping those realtors, builders, investors, and you as the buyer, not just close the loans, but help you to understand what you're actually going through. Things like how debt actually fits into your cash flow, how it may even align with your long-term wealth, but mainly how to make it work for their life instead of against it. I approach mortgages the exact same way that I approach bodybuilding. You cannot build an elite physique by simply winging it. You build it with structure, discipline, and a long-term plan. And the same is true for your financial foundation. And in this channel is where I break all of that down. No big words, no pressure, no judgment at all. Whether you're buying your first home, scaling your portfolio, or if you're just trying to figure out what's even possible for you right now, you're in the right place. You do not need perfect finances, you just need a strategy. And that's what we are gonna do together. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about bodybuilding and mortgages and how they actually relate. But more importantly, I'm gonna be talking about who I am, mainly so you can get to know me better and not see me as some random mortgage guy online like everybody else, or even so that you can relate to me in some shape or fashion. We're also gonna discuss the way that I approach mortgages and how it really ties into my bodybuilding competitions, what topics I'll be covering on this channel, who this channel is even meant for, and I'm even gonna discuss my biggest problem within this industry. Not so much throw shade, but to let you know what you should actually be expecting from your mortgage professionals in this industry. So make sure you continue watching so that you can get my take on the lenders that you are shopping for out there. Who am I? When I'm not talking about mortgages or nerding out on that stuff and showing you guys all the different strategies and everything there, I'm using my alter ego, which is a competitive bodybuilder. Working out whenever I can see fit during the day, and mainly scheduling a lot of my day around the meals that I have to eat for my bodybuilding purposes. Depending on my schedule for the year, I'm also probably competing once, twice, maybe 3 times if need be throughout each year. And really outside from both of those things, I'm laughing about the chaos of everyday life and enjoying my time at my house with my fiance and my dog. As for me on the mortgage side of things, I did not get into this industry to push rates and chase volume and really just lead you to certain products so that I can benefit from it better. I got into it because I've seen some people make the biggest financial decision of their lives completely blind and with no strategy at all. Or worse, they've had nobody in their corner to help guide them during this entire process. From finding the house all the way to closing. No strategy, no context at all, and no one actually in their corner explaining what is happening throughout the process. Just a stack of papers, a closing date scheduled, hopefully, and a prayer. So I've spent my time doing the complete opposite of that. Like I said before, my job is not just to get your loan approved. My job is to actually make sure that your mortgage works for you, your financial well-being, and your life. And the fun side to it with your cash flow, your goals, and your long-term wealth. I call it mortgage strategy, not mortgage approvals. There's a massive difference between the two of those things. By the time you actually finish watching this channel, you're gonna understand exactly what that means. Now here's where things get interesting, because the way that I approach mortgages, I didn't learn in the classroom. I actually learned it from the competition stage. Being a professional competitive bodybuilder, I compete every single year and I structure each day around my meals, my workouts, and my recovery. And when people find out that I do both bodybuilding and mortgages, they always laugh a little bit. Like, what do those two things even have in common? Here's what most people don't understand about building an elite physique. It has nothing to do with shortcuts. You simply cannot hack your way into a stage-ready body, even though people like to try. You cannot skip the process, and you simply cannot out-train a bad plan. It takes structure, discipline, and a long-term plan that you execute on every single day, even when you don't feel like it. And that's a lot of the time. And that's exactly how I approach every single mortgage that I work on. Because the people who win with real estate, the ones who actually build wealth, they're not the ones that chased a random rate on a random Tuesday. They're the ones who had a plan and they understood how their mortgage fit into their bigger financial picture. They treated their debt like a tool, not a burden. And that's what I'm here to teach you. Now, before I tell you what this channel is actually going to be about, I need to be real with you about something. Because there's a reason most people leave their closing table confused, overwhelmed, or like they just got sold something. And honestly, it's not entirely their fault. The mortgage industry has a real problem. The faster they can close, the more they can make. And the more volume that they can push, the better their numbers look. So what's getting cut out? The conversation, the strategy, here's why this loan structure actually makes sense for where you're trying to go. The stuff that actually takes time to fully understand from the borrower to the lender to the realtor so that you work cohesively as a team. That part. And yeah, that stuff does take time, and time is money. I get that. But that's more of a transactional approach that they're just trying to get the deal done, get the money, not actually educate you or implement anything that will help you in your financial future, or even do what's best for you and your family. And I've seen too many times people get approved for loans that on paper make sense, but do not actually work for their life. A lot of the times we call this being house poor. And honestly, I just really get tired of it. So I've built my business on doing the complete opposite of that. Every client that I work with goes through what I like to call a mortgage review process, where we don't just look at whether or not you qualify, we look to see if this loan actually performs for your goals. Short-term, long-term, cash flow, wealth building, all of it. So if that sounds different than what you have experienced before, good. That's the point. Hit subscribe because this is going to be the channel that I wish existed whenever people were first learning about mortgages. No big words, no pressure, and no judgment at all. Just honest, straightforward mortgage strategy built for people with real goals. So you may be asking, what exactly am I going to be covering on this channel? Because I want to be upfront with you. This is not going to be a channel where I just show you mortgage rates all day, push rates down your throat, and like really strategize on that side of things. Here's why. Rates change, markets shift, and all of that stuff is really just noise. What I'm actually going to be giving you, majority of the time, is the foundation. The stuff that actually moves the needle forward, regardless of what the market is doing. So here's what you can expect. We are going to be talking about mortgage strategy a lot, but more so how to structure your loan so that it works for your life, not against it. We're also going to be breaking down the things that lenders don't explain to you. Things like how your debt to income ratio actually affects your buying power, what points really mean, what discount points really mean, and how those are actually attributed. Some strategy involving investment opportunities and how to actually know when the right time is to invest versus just simply buying a home, and when refinancing actually makes sense versus when it's just a sales pitch. We're also going to be talking about building wealth through real estate, whether you're buying your first home, scaling an investment portfolio, or you're really just trying to figure out what the best possible route is for you right now. And we're going to be doing all of that in plain English, stuff that you can actually understand, no fluff. No 45-minute videos where the answer is actually at the end in the last 2 minutes of that video. Just clear, actionable information, the kind that makes you feel confident walking into any mortgage conversation. You may be watching a lot of my videos and have a lot of questions along the way. Always shoot them in the comment section. That allows me to be able to do more Q&A videos for a lot of those questions to give you direct answers right then and there. But also I want to make sure that you feel heard and the questions that you actually are asking in real time get answers so that you can know ahead of time rather than searching for the answers yourself. And here's something that I don't think any other mortgage channel is going to give you. Remember whenever I talked about my fiance earlier in this video? My fiance is actually a realtor and we work hand in hand. We work together, we think together, we've built our entire lives and our entire businesses around being that all-in-one solution for you as the buyer. She finds the home, I fund it, and build the entire financial picture surrounding that. So this channel isn't just going to be simple mortgage talk. We're going to be talking about the full picture, what it actually looks like to buy a home, build a portfolio, and make smart financial decisions in the real world. And I'm going to be bringing that same bodybuilder mindset to every single video. Because here's the truth. Most people don't need more information. They need a better system. They need structure. They need somebody to lay out the plan clearly for them and then hold them accountable to it. Now, I want to speak directly to a few different people because this channel was built for more than one viewer. If you're a first-time buyer, this channel is for you. You don't need perfect finances. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need a strategy and for somebody to walk you through every step of the process without making you feel dumb for asking all the questions. If you're an investor, this channel is also for you. We're going to be talking about how to manage mortgage debt as a financial tool, how to structure loans for cash flow, and how to think about leverage the right way. And if you are a realtor or a builder, this channel is also for you. I built my business on being the lender that real estate professionals can actually trust. The one who not only executes properly, but the one who actually effectively communicates with everybody involved in the process, making it a team collaborative approach, and also making sure that your clients feel taken care of the entire process. Here's the thing that nobody tells you whenever you're first starting out. The difference between people who build real wealth through real estate and the ones who just stumble through it, it's not income, it's not credit score, it's not even timing, it's strategy. The people who win in real estate are the ones who understood the game before they even started playing it. They knew exactly what questions to ask. They knew what to look for, and they knew what to evaluate for a loan, not just for approval, but for performance. And that's the standard that I'm gonna hold this channel to. My mission is simple: educate borrowers so they feel confident, not confused, elevate the realtors and the builders who need a lending partner they can actually count on, building long-term relationships, not just one-off transactions, and raise the standard of what people can actually expect from their mortgage professional. Because you deserve better than a lender who just checks the boxes. You deserve somebody who actually gives a damn about where you're trying to go. So here's what I want you to do right now. Subscribe to this channel. Not just because I'm asking you, I am, but more so because if any of this resonated with you in this video, there's more where that came from in the rest of my videos to come. Every video that I put out is gonna give you something real and give you something tangible that you can use. Whether you're 3 to 6 months out of buying your first home, or you're 3 investment properties deep into your portfolio, and you're really just trying to figure out what your next move is, I'm gonna meet you where you are. And like I've said before, you do not need perfect finances, you just need strategy. And that's exactly what we're building here. So, now that you know who I am and what this channel is about, no fluff, no pressure, just real mortgage strategy built around your life and your goals, it's time to put that knowledge to work. Because here's the thing, most first-time homebuyers make a big mistake whenever they are walking into the biggest financial decision of their lives. And it's costing them thousands before they ever get the keys to the door. I'm gonna be breaking down exactly what that mistake is and how to fix it in the next video. So make sure that you subscribe and tune in for that next video. Let's build your foundation the right way.